And hi, boys, and I can't say that, but hello, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. Now, Gil of Camppatton Family Compound brought this up. It's a very good thing. Everybody should do this. This is Gil's channel. Check him out. Store what you eat and eat what you store. Okay, that's been a mantra for a lot of food storage people. Unfortunately, there's a mythos to this, and everybody gets this screwed up. All right. One, everybody's been doing this for over 2,000 years. Store what you eat what you store. All right. The only ones that didn't follow this rule was the Mongols, because they knew the problems with this. Everybody else, every modern army and civilization screwed this up. Okay, this is explaining. Okay, remember what I was talking about? Today we were talking to Underground about bulk foods. That's really easy to store. And these are the figures of one person for 1 year. Okay, now you see that bulk food, you don't eat bulk food direct. It is used as a padding or pad for your regular store what you eat what you store. Okay? People get this confused. The Japanese in World War II, the Germans in World War II, the Italians in World War II. Okay? Up here we have canned goods and we have dried foods or freeze-dried foods or Carapac foods. This is different from bulk foods that I listed earlier for the underground. Okay? Bulk foods are not to be eaten directly. Like Gil said, you have internal distress, aka food fatigue, food sickness, vomiting, diarrhea. So you have to stock up on Pepto-Bismol, ammonia D, and toilet paper. And I know a lot of people crack jokes about it. Bulk foods are not to be eaten directly. It is a pad for your regular supplies. Okay, which is the top two. That's either dried, dehydrated, MREs, canned foods, you name it. It's a pad for that. Okay, single person, 300 pounds of bulk food. Still, people don't listen and they don't understand. Why just we can't eat? Store what we eat and eat what we store. It doesn't work. That's the biggest mythos. Okay, this is why Napoleon had somebody develop the canning system. This is why the Romans, especially Caesar, almost starved to death when the Gauls surrounded him. Every known civilization, every army, except for one, the Mongols, okay, because a lot of people don't read history, and a lot of people don't read world history. Why I'm making this video? Because a lot of people get the mythos of store what you eat, eat what you store. It's a mythos. You still do it, but people repeat this because it sounds good in food storage. The Mormons did it, and later Mormons screwed it up from the early Mormons. Okay, again. Bulk foods, all right? You have your regular foods on top. You have the bulk foods in the middle. You don't eat directly out of there, right? A lot of later people of the Mormon religion or Latter-day Saints screwed this one up big time. They thought they only needed milk, salt, honey, and whole grains, like wheat, to survive. They screwed that one up, you would not believe. Okay? This is why I do these videos, to teach people, to educate people. Gil is right. You store what Store what you eat what you store. But people fall into that mythos, that fallacy. So you have to be really careful. Okay, and Gil, he's a person that's been storing food and stuff like that. Not a problem for him because he knows the difference. Everybody else who's a beginner or starter or early prepper or homesteader will make this mistake. All right? They did it in Napoleon's time. They did it in the Romans' time. They did it in the Greeks' time. The Chinese did it. Only ones that didn't do it was the Mongols. Why? They understood resupply and understand you don't eat directly from bulk stores. And they slaughtered people. People who followed this, okay, were in sieges against the Mongols. Who won? The Mongols. No siege ever withstand those guys. Okay? They store what they eat what they store. When the Mongols came, they got slaughtered. Okay, again, I have to remind this. Notebook, Excel sheets, computers, you have to keep a track of all items. Rotation is good. Rotation. I agree with that with Gil. But I don't think a lot of people want to eat 40 cans of canned corn or creamed corn because the expiration date is going bad or something, and you got to switch out cans. So you donate it to your local food bank or charity where it goes to a proper meal of a family that is in need. 3, food fatigue, food exhaustion, and food sickness is caused by you eating bulk foods direct or storing foods that you're not used to. Okay, that will make you sick and ill. Okay, and then we go back to receipts and everything. I don't want to get into that one because I've been writing in the comments trying to explain that in my emails. Okay, bonus, grinders. Okay, next to a Dutch oven, you should have a grinder. Because what was the federal government's solution after a nuclear war in the 1950s and early 60s was giving you bulk grains like soybeans, like corn and wheat. It wasn't MREs, it wasn't foods that you store, okay, to eat. Store what you eat what you store. Federal government at that time was going to give out bulk grains, oats, wheat, barley, and soybeans. Now, a lot of you don't understand because a lot of you don't know how to cook. And that was the biggest problem with that thing on the federal government. They screwed up really big. And they found out people cannot digest raw or bulk foods. It's a little hard on their digestive system. This is why Gil says you're going to have to need a lot of Pepto-Bismol and ammonia D. Okay? I have to tell people, this is simple. I'm trying to keep it in a few minutes. You want to start with a 3-day. Okay, have everything listed, followed by a 7-day, 14-day, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year. Every family should have 12 gallons of water for 4 people. That is easy as pie. I can't make it any more simpler because I'm going to get a stroke. Okay, I'm going to have it. Stop this. Okay, please check out Camppatton Family Compound. Very good guy, knowledgeable. Used to work for FEMA and all the federal agencies. Great, fine. Understand where it's coming from, store food, and eat what you store. Now, if you store something weird and never eaten before, and you don't understand bulk foods, then you're in trouble. You're going to have gastric distress. That was the term I was looking for. Gastric distress. Okay, it's hard for me. So I'll catch you later, kids. Until next time, because I got another thing.